beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Girl, good morning. Look at me. Not even good morning. Good afternoon. The morning Joce was going to be late, girl. It was a time last night. Girl, we ain't go to bed till like 4 in the morning. So, good after morning. I don't know what to say. Happy New Year to everybody. Y'all get up in here. Definitely get in here and like the video because we got a few things to discuss, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. I hope that everybody made it safely to their destinations and back. I hope everybody had a good time. This is not the real New Year. This is the fake one. The real one is in March. But for all intents and purposes of us celebrating with the Americans, we're going to say Happy New Year, okay? Now, with that being said, girl, it was a time. I was in Atlanta. I did not go to New Orleans. I don't live in New Orleans. Sorry, I don't live in New Orleans. But ultimately, I'm here, okay? And I heard about the incident that happened in New Orleans, the terrorist attack, because that's what it was. The terrorist attack that happened in New Orleans, they found the suspect. I have that. Y'all know I'm close to the New Orleans streets. All of my social media is honestly outside of Twitter. My Instagram, I don't really be on the Facebook, not on the business Facebook, but my Instagram is a lot of New Orleans stuff. If you go to look at the people I follow and the pages that I follow, it's a lot of NOLA-centered stuff. So I have ears to the street. I had to go on my personal Facebook to get other details of people who are there actually on the ground. So we are going to discuss that. We're also going to discuss Megan Thee Stallion has the judge removed from the case with Tory and his appeal because I guess she felt like, the judge wasn't acting in her favor. We're going to talk about that because this is all about control. That's what this is all about. And also, Joe Budden lies, girl. Joe Budden lied and said why he moved out the apartment before we found out it was because he was bucky naked in the doggone, in the apartment. But y'all get in here and like the video. Yeah, I don't blame you. I stayed in the crib too. Well, no, I didn't. I was at a hotel where the party was downstairs. Yeah, I didn't have to drive nowhere. I just stumbled on up to the room, okay? Right, Darnisha, the judge wasn't sure of her favoritism. That's what this is all about. That's literally what this is all about. Girl, we gonna get into it. Darling Nikki, happy birthday to Darling Nikki. Happy birthday, Darling Nikki. I saw you put it in the chat a few times. Happy birthday, my love. You guys, I have a few honorable mentions that I want to discuss with y'all before we get into the topics for today. Y'all know I like to put the topics on there, but then I also like to go through some honorable mentions that I've seen online that I felt like you guys need to see. Here's an honor. Well, do I want to make a show about this? Well, I'll give you the prequel on this. So, because I really want to discuss this. Let me come back to that because I really want to discuss this. Here's one. No, not that. Hold on, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Now I want to show you this. So remember I was telling y'all there's this huge situation in sports, and I was telling y'all that there's a push for Black men to marry and procreate with the clear women, right? A lot of you guys think that a lot of this is organic. Some of it may be organic, but this is a deliberate move made by sports and entertainment. What they are doing is they are taking Black men, mating them with clear women so that they can create a whole new group of people, a whole new demographic of people, because the clears are on their way out the door. It's really a very small percentage of clears. It always really has been when you really think about it. But ultimately, this is a thing. I know people gonna say, but Voodoo, you're such a conspiracy theorist. This doesn't make sense. Fine, duck, goose, but I'm telling you what's happening. They are specifically mating these athletes with clear women because they are creating a whole new demographic of people, a whole new race, the half and halves. Now, mind you, if you guys are unfamiliar with this, it was the half and halves that were able to take over politically the Black community. When we were Republicans and we were the majority of the South and we were in politics, we were in governor seats, we were in Senate seats, we were running politics, it was the half and halves that they snuck on in, okay? It was the half and halves that they stuck on in that looked like us, but they were not us. They were actually infiltrators, and they came in and they kind of was like sneakingly and slowly stripping away at our rights, okay? Stripping away at us politically. A lot of people don't understand this. This is no shade, but there's a psychology behind half and half people, especially in particular Black American and clear in America, because what happens is psychologically they are one of both. They are a part of both. That's why I hated the narrative from beginning that she Black, she got a Black parent, she got a Black daddy, she Black. No, that is a half and half. That is a biracial person. And psychologically, a lot of them people, and I feel bad for them, they struggle with that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to be in that situation. My niece is a biracial. But ultimately, what they do is they breed the group of kids and they train them and get them in a situation where they're going to be able to literally take from the Black community, which is why I'm so happy we have the delineation movement starting. And we also have the situation where we're starting to recognize that everybody ain't for us and everybody ain't us. All skin folk and kinfolk, our grandparents and great-grandparents and they've been telling us that since the beginning of time. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, right? Is that what I said? All skin folk and kinfolk. That's what I meant to say. So with that being said, this right here is a trend of them breeding out the Black, phenotypically, they're going to breed out the Black and they're going to create a whole new race of people. These people will look phenotypically white at some point. But before that, it's going to be a whole bunch of biracials. You see it in basketball. You see it in football. You see it in all the sports. There's going to be a whole bunch of biracials who will then turn out to be a new breed of clears that will genetically have a longer lifespan because they have the dominant genes of the Black person, okay? So, call it a conspiracy theory if you want, but I'm telling you what it is. Yes, the new and improved clears. That's literally what it is. The new and improved clears. It's happening. And by the way, these athletes are told to do this. These are arranged marriages, allegedly. I'm a conspiracy theorist. These are arranged marriages. See, your presidents, arranged marriages. See, I know you want to believe so bad that Barack fell in love with Michelle down at the college. That is a lie. Arranged marriages, okay? And it don't just happen in politics. It happens in sports and entertainment as well, okay? So please be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that, okay? So I just wanted to put that out here. Y'all get the likes up on the video. And I think it's something else I want to talk to y'all about too. Let me go grab it. Hold on. I just love Jameis Winston. I love Jameis Winston, girl. I just love him. He is just amazing. And then I also wanted to talk to you guys about a couple other things. So hold on. Shoot. I hate when I can't fix it. Shoot. Come on now. Shoot. All right. Rihanna forehead clapped back at somebody on Twitter. Shout out to the seamen. Look. So somebody on Twitter added Rihanna and said, We want an album, forehead. And she responded and said, listen, Lorenzo, you ain't cute enough to be calling me by my black name, you dizzy F-U-C-K. Rihanna, forehead, I don't want a new album. I ain't gonna lie. But the Seamen do want a new album. And you can sit up here and deflect and tell that man he ain't cute enough to call you forehead, but forehead, them people say they want an album. Okay? And you wrong for that. It was just funny. He said, we want an album, forehead. Get them people what they want. They don't want no more makeup. They want some music. They want an album. Not me. I don't really give a damn. I never was a huge Rihanna fan. I ain't gonna lie. I used to like Umbrella, but I never was a huge, she just never, I don't know. It's not that she bad. She just never, I never saw what everybody else saw. You know what I mean? But Rihanna's in clapback mode, like throwback Rihanna that was on Twitter back in the days. And she's in clapback mode. I guess she ain't had nothing else to do. I don't know, girl. I don't know. But let me tell y'all something. These plants are put in these positions to do just what they're doing. She was never meant to be an artist. Take that information and do with it as you please. Now, let's get into the first topic, Joe Budden. So, girl, y'all remember Joe Budden went to prison, right? Well, jail. But he went to jail because he was arrested because Joe Budden was caught bucky naked. Bucky naked is where he was caught outside of his apartment. For y'all who haven't saw this story, it says the Edgewater Police Department issued a press release concerning Joe Budden being caught butt naked in the hallway trying to go into the wrong apartment. On December 4th, 2024, at approximately 7:21 a.m., the Edgewater police were dispatched to an apartment complex for the report from a resident that a man was standing outside of their apartment door completely naked. The caller recognized the man as a neighbor, Joseph Budden Jr., a 44-year-old male. It says the caller was alerted to Budden by their doorbell camera. It says the video depicted Budden attempting to enter a code in the door keypad several times before re-entering his own residence across the hall. Oh, so now I'm thinking about it. So he was trying to get into the people apartment. So he wasn't sleeping with nobody. When he was drunk at 7:20 in the morning? As a result, police investigation, Budden was charged with lewdness, disorderly persons offense on a complaint summons. It says Chief Martin states that these charges are merely accusations and that the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So all of this popped off, and Joe Budden quietly thought it was going to get swept under the rug, but it just so happened all of this stuff came out in the wash, right? But before it came out in the wash, Joe Budden was around here telling lies, talking about he had to move from the apartment because he said that they don't allow videotaping on the premises. But that's not why you moved, Joe Jr. That ain't why you moved. You moved because them people was on your ass, literally. Let's get into Joe Budden explaining why he actually moved. Y'all get the likes up. And, you know, again, one thing about these celebrities is, let me show y'all Jameis Winston, girl. This clip they put on Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is so freaking funny to me, bro. But somebody said message regarding Joe Budden sleepwalking naked, right? Look at the meme they put up for Joe Budden.
Him. And now he has to overcome another obstacle. So I'm going to support him. I'm going to lift him up, and I'm going to be there for him because I see the way he fights. I see the way that he works, and I know who he is as a person, and that's all I have to say to address him.
Bruh. Jameis is freaking hilarious, bruh. Like, I don't know. Jameis Winston is a quarterback. He started out with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he playing for, who he play for, Washington? I can't remember who he played for now. But yeah, girl, he's a quarterback. He used to play for Tampa Bay. He's actually a really good quarterback. People like, you know, he throw a lot of interceptions, but he throw a lot of touchdowns as well. But anyway, I want to show y'all what Joe Budden has said pertaining this whole situation. Now, Joe Budden think we slow. He really do. He really thinks we slow, but we'll get right into it. Sorry, y'all seeing me scroll through all of this. Oh, it was on. Did I share it to my Instagram? Let me see. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Y'all follow me on Voodoo Doll TV on Twitter. I retweet a lot of stuff, not because I'm really in agreement. It'd be topics that I be wanting to discuss, and that's how I get the retweeting and stuff. No, it's not there. It's got to be on my Twitter. Y'all get the likes up on the video because I literally just retweeted it. Yeah, girl, he was bucket naked in the hallway, girl. He had to be drunk. That's the only thing I could think of. He had to be drunk. Here you go. He had to be drunk. That's what it was. That's the only thing I could think of. So Joe Budden is telling people that he moved out of the apartment because, according to him, he couldn't record in the premises. You didn't know that before you signed the lease, bruh? Stop with all of that. Look.
That you cannot. And what I'm going through personally is totally separate from why we not over there. The long and short of that is the bylaws of the town, because now the town is involved, says that you cannot film anything in any of those buildings.
Oh.
That's the long and short of it. Now, you could choose to fight that and go to court and spend the money, but somebody over there got the town involved, and that's what it is. For me, I didn't want none of my people to continue to be surveilled and scrutinized and treated
That was
a certain way.
yeah.
I never want that. So, and what I'm going through.
Let me say this, y'all, because this is very important. First of all, in reference to buying a condo, if you are one of those people who like to live under rules and under the idea that you really own the space that you're living in, a condo is a great thing. I'm not discouraging people from buying condos, but you don't own nothing but the air between the walls. You don't even own the walls when you own a condo, number one. Number two, typically they have very strict rules, okay? If they say you can't do X, Y, and Z, there's nothing you can do. Even though you're buying the property, you don't really own nothing. You got to abide by them people rules. So with him talking about, oh, he moved out because, they were saying you can't record, I'm pretty sure you knew that before. I don't think that's what it was. I believe that he moved out because of all this stuff that went down. I'm pretty sure they probably kicked him out, okay? But at the end of the day, Joey, it doesn't really matter at this point. The point is, what was you doing? What was you on at 7:21 where you was putting the code in the wrong door, and then you went to your own and you was bucket naked? What was going on, Joey? Joe Jr. I'm confused. And don't get me wrong, I have stumbled home drunk. I have. Not naked, but drunk, yes. But 7:21 in the morning? Like, what, you was at a rave or something? Like, I don't know. But to the girl or the neighbor, whoever got the video, you crazy as hell. Contact TMZ so we can see the footage, child. TMZ, reach out to the neighbor. Please, we trying to see how this nigga, he had to be drunk or on something or something. I don't know. He had to be on something. That's the only thing I can see. But ultimately, y'all, Joe Budden think we crazy and we not. 7, thank you for the super chat. Much love at Voodoo and happy New Year. Happy New Year, 7. Happy New Year to everybody in the chat, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Naked basketball. Oh, no. Southside Black Butterfly says clubs close at 7 a.m. And I'm here for it. But what is he doing in there at 7 a.m.? What is it? But he was naked. I know he didn't get out the car and walk up the street naked. Like walk to I guess he would be parking in the garage, but I know he didn't get out the car naked, right? Like something in the milk ain't clean about this story. Something in the milk ain't clean, because how he get naked? Did he leave the club naked? Was he in the bathroom? Not the bathroom, in the car getting some top? Did he pick him up a little cooch? You know what I'm saying? Then dropped her off, and then forgot to put his clothes back on and wandered upstairs. I don't know. But yeah, it's not good for Joey. It's not good for Joe Jr., okay? Now, we need to move on into Megan Thee Stallion. So you guys, I know y'all have heard about this appeal that Tory Lanez is trying to do. Tory Lanez is trying to appeal the courts, basically saying that the whole case was handled really, really bad. He's ever since he's done that, Megan Thee Stallion has put out this documentary basically claiming that, oh my God, he's harassing me. The media is harassing me. The blogs are harassing me. I can't eat. I can't breathe. Oh, I'm depressed. I'm going through this, that, and the third. I don't want nobody to say nothing. I'm about to start suing bloggers. And on top of suing bloggers, she's even trying to get a restraining order on a man that's already locked away in prison. You're not going to make this make sense to me. But it's not about a restraining order for what it really is. Megan don't want nobody to say nothing about her. And that don't go like that. That just don't go like that. And while she's spending all this money on these attorneys for these temporary fixes, it's really, you're throwing your money away. A lot of people, rather you are on Meg Stallion, you a horse hottie or not, the fact of the matter is what she's doing is a form of censorship. You cannot say that I can't talk about you, especially if I'm talking about you in the context of which I was there. You cannot get on here and say, hey, I don't like that voodoo talking about me, so I'm going to go and get a restraining order so that she can never say anything else about me. Are you crazy? Even a gag order will say, and specifically, most of the time it will say in regards to these topics. So a lot of people say, like with the Royce Reed thing, oh, she was under a gag order. She was under a gag order for what not to talk about. But it's not like she could have never mentioned who he was or mentioned Dwight Howard's name. What I'm saying with this is, like I said, rather you are on Meg's side or not, what she's doing is inherently wrong. It's not right. We have heard nothing but Meg since this case started. At the beginning, Tory was coming out having his 1-2 yin. She had the judge take Tory off and say that Tory couldn't say nothing. Tory shut up. And for a year, maybe two, all we heard was Meg's side. Literally, all we heard was Megan's side. That boy couldn't defend himself. He couldn't say this is a lie. He couldn't say she did this. He couldn't say nothing. They gagged him up, okay? Now, after the boy was gagged up, Meg went on to tell these stories, which we later find out were a bunch of lies. Per Megan, she couldn't even be honest about sleeping with the boy. And all of the horse hotties were over there saying, but voodoo, I wouldn't say that I slept with him neither. Have you seen him? Stop opening your legs to men you don't find attractive then. That's not gonna make this better for me. I can't speak on nobody. I can only speak on me. I have never busted wide open for a man that I didn't want to bust it wide open for. I don't care if I'm on that looker. See, and let's talk about this first. Because a lot of people, well, I was drunk. I ain't no girl, bye. When you get drunk on that liquor, you doing what you was already subconsciously thinking about doing. Not all the time. I'm not talking about when you like incoherent. I'm talking about when people want to use that as an excuse, okay? You doing what you wanted to do anyway, meaning before I went by this boy's house, I knew I wanted to smash him, but I'm trying to be shy. And then I'm going to drink this liquor, and then I'm going to bust it wide open. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. That's not a reason for her to lie. She has been lying this entire time, and I believe nothing that she said. First of all, let me say this part too. How in the world can Meg say for sure who shot her if, according to her, she was faced the other way? Even if he said dance, be dance, I don't believe that neither. But let's just say he said dance, be dance. How do you know if he shot you if your face was the other way? It doesn't make sense. Megan is a liar. She, in my opinion, from what I've seen in regards to this case, she's a liar. And trying to sit up here and now silence the boy from prison. He's going after an appeal. So you mean to tell me he can't defend himself in the media because you don't like it? Or you don't want his side of the story out? We can't listen to your side because you're a pathological liar. It's wrong. It's inherently wrong. And like I say, it's cool now because it works for your horsey. But whenever it's not working for your horsey and it affects you specifically, then you're going to want to have buyer's remorse. You cannot say that somebody can't talk about you because you going through this, that, and the third. Girl, log off. How about that? Log off. Because Megan don't have enough money and resources to sue everybody on the internet. Okay? So regardless of if you believe he popped her or not, it's beyond that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm speaking about is what she's doing is censorship, and it's not right. It's not right. It absolutely is not right. Y'all could be fans of these people all y'all want. I ain't got no problem with that. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Period, point blank. Because see, this is what's going to happen. We are in the age of Aquarius. All lies will be exposed. You get it? We are in the age of Aquarius. All lies will be exposed. Somebody said Meg didn't file the charges, but she got on the witness and did state. Girl, I don't care. I don't care. She may as well have filed the charges. She may as well file the charges when she got on here and say, y'all want to know what happened to me? Tory shot me. That's right. She may as well file the charges. Girl, bye. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. She may as well file the charges. She went on there as the witness. She may as well have filed the charges. So I don't care. But I'm saying all that to say this. What she's doing is wrong. What she's doing is wrong. It's not right what she's doing. She's wrong. She cannot sit up there and control a narrative because we can't listen to nothing she says because she's a pathological fucking liar. Period. And she got Rock Nation behind her. I don't know who else behind her, helping her to spend all her money on these frivolous lawyer fees. And it's going to come back to bite her. It's going to come back to bite her. 50 is Fabulous says what he did was wrong. We're not arguing that. Nobody's arguing that. 50 is Fabulous. Nobody said that what he did was right or wrong. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is her silencing this man. That's not right. That's not right. I don't care if you believe he shot her. Do I believe he shot her? I don't know. I don't believe she was shot because it looked like glass in her feet, like she said originally. If you've ever seen someone who's been shot, you know Meg was not shot. Okay? Now, but then she had shards of glass and she had the remnants of the bullets in her. Girl, bye. They couldn't even find that shit. She wasn't shot. Was she injured? Yes. Shot? No. Again, if you've never seen someone who's been shot, you know Meg won. I knew the heifer wasn't shot when she was twerking 2 weeks later. She was not shot. There's so many bones in her foot to where she wouldn't be able to walk again for real. Not even the same way, let alone twerking. Bye. Y'all horse hidey's gonna have to get it how y'all live. Your leader is a pathological liar. Okay? Okay? Your leader is a pathological liar. And the fragments, where they at? Why they couldn't produce the bullet fragments then? I get what you see, y'all. This is another thing too. Y'all act like people can't be bought. Y'all act like doctors can't be bought, lawyers can't be bought, police can't. Y'all act like these people can't be bought. So what? A doctor got on the stand and said, "Oh yeah, it was fragments." Well, what are fragments? The world doesn't revolve around horse Megan. It just doesn't. And the more she does this, makes me further believe. I ain't gonna lie. The more Meg does this, it makes me feel like maybe he didn't shoot her. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know if he did or not. And if he didn't, oh, well, you're right where you belong because you didn't say you did. You didn't say who did. I'm sorry. But the more she tries to silence him and go all out to make him the bad guy, now I'm starting to squint my eye. Now I'm starting to squint my eye. Fiona, you didn't have to make an announcement. Bye, slut. You didn't have to make an announcement, slut. Bye. The fuck? Girl, you on the wrong channel. You on the wrong channel. Matter of fact, let me help you out, fat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Turn me off. I'm about to turn your TV off real good. Hold on. How about this? Let me get you up out of here. And I ain't even gonna ban you. I'm gonna just put you in timeout. There you go. Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta turn me off. I turned you off for you. How about that? Bye, slut. Give a fuck. And who else want to get off? Y'all can get off too. I'm not gonna say what you agree with just to say I agree. She wrong. She wrong. I don't care. If you unsubscribe, then sorry I had to lose your fact, but life gonna move on. The fuck? Your leader is a fucking liar. She is. She's a liar. Neither here nor there. All right. Like I said, everybody can be bought. Everybody could be bought. Okay? Now, because Meg was trying to silence this boy by saying she wanted a restraining order and all that stuff, the judge that was on this case was not buying into the Meg Rock Nation thing. The judge that was on this case was not a horse hottie, okay? And because of that, Meg and Rock Nation allegedly had the judge removed and replaced. Now, you're not going to tell me that whatever whatever judge she has that's on this case now ain't bought and paid for. Okay? Whoever she got replaced with, you're not going to tell me that person ain't bought and paid for. But let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Sorry about that, y'all. So, it says on 12/19, Megan Thee Stallion filed pre-rembatory challenge under CA Code of Civil Procedure Section 17 or 170.6. It says to have the judge replaced in the restraining order case against Tory Lanez. It was granted. No hearings occurred yet, but she felt the judge would not be fair and impartial. Now, this is my question. If y'all ain't had no hearings, why you feel like what grounds does she have to feel like the judge not going to be fair? This is a real question. If nobody had no hearings, nothing has really been done yet, then what would be the grounds for Meg to feel like the judge is not going to be fair? This is a real question. So under this law, California law allows a party who timely files an affidavit of prejudice to disqualify a judge without any showing of cause. It says the affidavit of prejudice is not contestable and the disqualification of the judge is automatic. So this judge was automatically dismissed simply because they filed it on time. That's it. That's all. Because they filed it preemptively, meaning it wasn't after they done already had all this stuff going on with the case. This happened literally as before everything started. So according to this civil procedure, if you ask for the judge to be dismissed before everything starts, it's automatic. They get up out of there. Okay? Under California law. Now here it says Melanie Ocho of Los Angeles County has been appointed to serve as judge in this is the lady in the Los Angeles County Superior Court. Ocho has been director of police practices at the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California since 2021, where she has been senior staff attorney since 2020. She was staff attorney from 2016 to 2020. So this right here is the judge that Meg had removed. This is the thing. I think that Meg kind of felt that this judge wasn't going to have her best interest at heart. And you know what? According to California law, it's not illegal. But I'm talking about the court of public opinion. This is wrong. And I'm pretty sure, and not because she even had the lady removed. I know why. This is wrong because she probably put somebody in there who's going to be on her side. The world is corrupt, y'all. Politics is corrupt. Judges can be corrupt. Police can be corrupt. Doctors can be corrupt. Everybody has a price. So nothing happened yet, and all of a sudden you want this lady off the team, right? So let's go get who she got to replace the lady. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. So now here is the person that they got to, or they're saying is most likely will be the replacement. It says this is the new judge most likely, according to the court website. He's Department 25. It's this man right here. He says, Richard Bloom, he says, excited to be awaiting at Kamala Harris for her historic presidential campaign kickoff with blah, blah, and blah, blah. Listen, this is all set up. He's a Kamala Harris supporter who Kamala Harris is also tied in with the Meg stuff. Remember, she was yaddy at the doggone thing. This is all set up. If y'all can't see this is all set up, I don't know what else to tell y'all. I told you, if she's automatically having this judge replaced, I'm pretty positive they're going to put someone in who's going to have her side. Okay? So here is the new man that's going to be on the case. He's going to be the one that's going to preside over this case. And I'm pretty sure whatever Meg wants is going to go right her way. Right, Alexis? Let's just cue up the survival. Girl, listen, let's just cue up the survival. If y'all can't see the play, I don't know what else to tell y'all. It's just a bunch of bull.
It's survival. Survival. I guess somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
So as you can see, this is all set up. This is all a scheme that Ty set up. Again, it's not about if you believe, if you think that Tory did what he did or not. There's a thing in the law that's supposed to be where you get due process and you are allowed to have a fair and impartial trial, even though that hardly never happens. Okay. But that's and what Meg is doing right now is impeding on that. But nevertheless, again, we're championing this because it works in our favor. We like this because it's Megan. But when it happens to you, and it will, you got to believe this. When it happens to you, it's not going to be the same. This is all set up. This is all a scheme that Ty set up. Anybody could see this. Jordan Monday, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Dolls Hour, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, beautiful. And Acorn, please check my comment in the chat. YouTube won't let me post it on the super chat, and it's so important. A lot of evidence and receipts, but about what you've been saying about hip hop. Oh snap! Can you send it? Can you do a back chat? I don't know, because I probably have missed it by now. Can you repost it in there and I'll check it, or send it to me in the email? Can you send it to me in the email? Dolls Hour voodoodollpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you so much for the super chat. Son, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, Voo and Acorn fam. But Voodoo, you don't understand who's like that leprechaun loving and whiskey like this video. The fuck. He is a little weird looking dude. And Tory, he little and his head shaped like a Roblox, like a brick. His forehead is wide. I don't know what it is about that little ugly motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw that they was messing around, I said, "Ugh, for real, me." Only thing I could deduce was he might have had a big old, little yellow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, like the video, y'all. Danielle Rodriguez, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. 433 likes and 936 people in the building. Y'all get the likes up, please, and thank you. Get the likes up, you guys. It's free. It's free. Felicia Gray, thank you for the super chat. You can recuse a judge anywhere. The lawyers made the decision, not Meg. The client, lay person doesn't know this stuff. So wait a minute. What you telling me, Felicia, is on their own, like no word from Meg, no talking to Meg. The judges, the lawyers are making these type of, that doesn't make sense to me. Now, I don't know the law, but I don't believe for 1 second Meg had no idea that her attorney was asking to have this judge removed. I don't believe it. From what I understand about this is that you confirm with your client how to move. Your client says, okay, let's do this. There has to be an agreement. I don't believe for 1 pity second that man or whoever her attorney is went down there and made this move and that girl had no clue. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't know, y'all. I don't believe that. Doesn't even make sense. That literally doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure he probably, even if he didn't ask her, I'm pretty sure he went back and told her, hey, this will probably be best for your best interest. If I were you, I would do boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? I just don't see this. This doesn't make sense. It is not to me, but maybe, again, I'm not a lawyer. I just don't believe that. Because, why am I hiring you if you just going to act on your own behalf? No, you need to come to me. You know what I mean? But thank you for the super chat. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year's, dolls and dons. Yes, Happy New Year. Y'all get in here in like the video. All right, so Deserving One, thank you for the super sticker. I caught you. Thank you so much. Hold on. She says, right, that's what I'm saying. The lawyers decided that. I'm a paralegal. If I'm not saying she didn't know, but the lawyers obviously know the judge record and decided to do that in her interest. Right. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it wasn't the judge's idea, maybe. I mean, the attorney's idea, maybe, but I do know that the attorney works on behalf of the client. So with that being said, they're not going to make crazy moves like that without conferring with her. And I'm pretty sure she had to say, okay, because if he would have came to Meg and Meg said, no, don't recuse the lawyer, the judge or whatever, don't have the judge removed, I'm pretty sure the attorney wouldn't have the judge removed. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I don't think, like, again, I get it. It's their move to make, but they still going to have to confer with the client. And if he would have came to her and been like, hey, we need to get this judge removed, and she said no, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have been able to do it. So yeah, regardless of whose idea it was, she had to confer. And in this situation, I don't know. Because let me tell you something, bro. In this situation, all of these moves have been very deliberate from Meg, specifically. I don't know. This give me Meg and Rock Nation tease. It really does. I mean, she's spending a lot of money on this case, girl. Listen, this is another thing too. This is a real thing. If Meg is telling the God's honest truth and Tory for sure shot her, what's the big deal? Let him do the appeal. You come back with your evidence. You see what I'm saying? Because it's more than likely going to turn out in your favor. This is a real thing. Somebody help me out in the chat. If I knew for a fact that somebody, let's say Grape T, if I knew for a fact Grape T shot me, Grape T gets convicted on the first try, I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure that Grape T does, you know what I mean? Because I already know he's going to get jacked out the second time too. Just fight the case. Just fight the case. That's it. Yeah. Miss Missy said Meg and Jay-Z acting guilty. They really are. They really are. Mm-hmm. Elohim's daughter Zion says, I think she's trying to silence him for a reason. I saw a factual breakdown that paints to Meg and Rock Nation framing Tory. I told y'all my conspiracy theory on that, right? When Tory was approached to be a member of Rock Nation under management, Tory denied that. Tory said no. And I believe later on, this is a conspiracy theory. I believe that later on they sent Meg over there to get him and they were supposed to get together, but Tory had already pissed Rock Nation off when he told them F them. Then he was able to figure out how to crack the code where you don't even need these companies, and he was selling that stuff through that cryptocurrency or whatever it was. And when he came on there and gave the game, we talked about it on the channel before. I believe that's when they said he got to go. I believe, and again, it's a conspiracy theory, but I believe that's when they say he got to go because he had done already cracked the code and he told everybody, y'all don't need these labels. Y'all don't need these management companies. Y'all don't need these distribution, none of that. You can do it by yourself. He literally said that. Let me see if I can go find it. Because I remember that and I was like, wow, like it was very smart what he did though, for real. It was extremely smart. So basically, when Spotify and Apple and all of them were shelving and shadow banning his music, he just sold it under that cryptocurrency. Hold on, Tory. Let me see if I can find it. Tory Lanez. Y'all get the likes up on the video. A lot of people won't believe this, but I'm telling you, I believe it. I believe that's what happened. I believe they got him up out of there. See, after that, they was like, oh, hell no, this nigga got to go. He too smart. One thing about the system, they can't stand a smart, intelligent black person. They really can't. And regardless of how you feel about Tory, what he did as it pertains to him cracking the code with this music industry stuff, I'm surprised they didn't unalive him, to be completely honest. I'm surprised they didn't unalive him. Hold on. I'm going to find it. That shit was crazy too. I was like, damn, he really did put everybody up on game. Let me type in Tory Lanez. And this is another thing too. This is another thing now I want to ask y'all real quickly. Have any of y'all ever wondered why all of the celebrities was on Tory's side? Do y'all think that they knew something that maybe us, the regular public, didn't? Because think about it. Most of the celebrities was on Tory's side. Like, I remember seeing that, and I was like, hold on. I'm trying to find this, y'all. I remember, here you go right here. I remember seeing how all of the celebrities was on Tory's side, and I'm like, either they just hate Megan, or maybe they knew something that we didn't know. Like, for real. I really was thinking about that, because why was all these, they would either not say nothing at all, or they would be on his side. The only one was on her side was Cardi, but they were just doing WAP. Remember, the only one who was on her side was Cardi. And who else? Who else was on Meg's side? I'm trying to think. Let me show you what Tory did. And right after this, that's when all this stuff popped off. Look, it wasn't too short after this. And mind you, it's 2020. He taking over the game on Instagram with what's the name of that radio he had?
I just cracked the fucking industry.
Hold on, Pete, and pay attention to what he's saying. This normally gets people killed. What he's saying right now, he's telling us how he cracked the code where he don't need nobody in the industry, and not only do he make money, even the people who buy the stuff from him, the album and stuff, make money. Look, peep it out.
Some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid, and your fans gonna get paid, and they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas. Some people bought.
Let me see if I can find the video where he kind of goes into it a little more detail. So this is what happened. If I can kind of get y'all to see. This is what happened. So Tory Lanez had an album coming out, right? Tory Lanez's album came out, and Apple or Spotify, I can't remember who it was, but one of them shadow banned his album, meaning when you went to the site, you could not find his album. Like, you had to search it. So, I never bought a digital album. So NFTs, that's what it was. Thank you, Goldilocks. NFTs. So I've never bought a digital album. Have I? No, I've never bought a digital album. So I don't know. Okay. But this is what he was saying. Mind you, this is after he said, screw Rock Nation. This is after he was like, screw all of this other stuff with these folks. He gonna do it on his own. He was independent, right? He was probably the second most independent person after Master P, now that I'm thinking about it. Because he owned everything lock, stock, and barrel. So what happened was, after he was shadow banned on all of the streaming platforms, what Tory did was say, all right, bet. There was a cryptocurrency called NFTs. I am not the most educated on cryptocurrency, so pardon my ignorance as it pertains to the ins and outs of NFTs, okay? But what Tory did was he told his fans to invest and buy up NFTs, right? Yes, y'all was there. Okay, so he told his fans to buy these NFTs. He told his fans to use these NFTs to buy his album, right? But the thing is, when it comes to the NFTs, if you buy like he was saying, if you buy an NFT for $5, it appreciates in value to where you're making money off of buying the NFTs. Now, why is this important? So you take the NFTs, you buy his album, he gets 100% of the money, lock, stock, and barrel, and you make money too because you bought the album by using NFTs that you bought. Because the NFTs appreciate in value as time goes on. Somebody help me out. Am I making this make sense? And according to what I remember that too, they say his fans made over $200,000. This video is it's a long video where he's explaining it. I'm gonna have to go find it, but it's a very long video where he explains from beginning to end how this whole thing is. And that's why he's saying, I cracked the code. You don't need your label. You don't need none of these people. You can do this by yourself. And then also your fans gonna continue coming back to you because y'all all making money together. Meaning I'm making money because you buying my album, and you making money simply because you buying the NFTs and using the NFTs to buy my album. That's why he said, welcome to the digital trap house. I'm gonna run it back one more time to what he said, and y'all get the likes up on the video because I hope I'm explaining it better for y'all.
Over. I cracked the whole shit.
I hope I'm explaining it better for y'all, but that's in the 5th grade sense of what he was doing. NFT is a cryptocurrency. Look.
Some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000.
Listen to what he's saying. Run it back.
Some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all.
So each NFT was $1 a piece. So he said you could buy 5 NFTs, it'll cost you $5. You can buy 60 NFTs, it'll cost you $60. So here, listen to what he's saying.
I understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting.
So now he's saying, after using those NFTs to buy the albums, he's saying one of his copies is going for $60,000. Now, listen, again, y'all, this is over my head. I am not a crypto girl. All I know how to count is paper dollars, okay? Hold on. Somebody educating me in the chat. Y'all educate me, please. Please educate me. Because I don't know what the hell going on. I just know it. I know it from a sense of making sense. Steph says, NFTs are a part of a decentralized economy where you control all of your money. You don't have to put it in a bank for them to spend it and charge you. That's what crypto is basically. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it's a way to have full control of your money. Do y'all ever hear how these weird these clear people, these business people, they always promoting cryptocurrency? Because see, even though we have digital money, it's still held in the bank. Like for instance, when I went and bought my daughter's car the other day, and I wanted to swipe my card for $15,000, guess what? I had to call the bank. I had to call the bank and say, "Hey, Mr. Bank, can I take 15,000 of my own dollars out of my debit card?" Real talk. And the bank had to say, "Hold on, let me see, Voodoo." And then they came back and said, "Sure, you got 72 hours. That happens to you too. Everybody has a limit that you can take out of your bank account, whether you walking inside the door or you swiping it on your card. All of you have a limit where you can control. If the bank tells you no, guess what? You're screwed. Okay? So if NFTs are a way that you control your own money 100%, then it really is probably a better deal. But most people are not like me. Most people are not up to date on that stuff. So now look. So what Tory was saying was, y'all bought the NFTs. The NFTs bought the album, and the albums the copies have appreciated so much that one of them was going for $50,000. Now that's where it goes over my head. Because now he lost me. I just know in layman terms, he's saying, listen, yeah, what you spent maybe $150 on done appreciated times 20 is what he's saying. Okay, so let him finish. This is my conspiracy, y'all.
Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that.
Now, this is where it gets scary. Listen. Now, if you control your money and you control when and how you want to drop, that completely eliminates the industry. Now you playing a real dangerous game, because them people don't play like that. Okay? Them people don't play like that. Them people don't. Once you, like I say, it wouldn't have surprised me if they would have unalived him, because now he's saying you don't have to wait for your label to tell you when you could drop. You could drop whenever you want, because you control the money and you control the product. It's like selling drugs. You can either have a connect where you got to work for somebody, or you can make the drugs your damn self and own 100% of how and what you do. In my opinion, this is my conspiracy. This is when they was like, oh yeah, we got to go get him. It was one thing for you to slap the hell out of me and tell me, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to do whatever it is you want to do and you don't need me. The industry don't like that. I think when he did this, I think that's when it was like boom, boom, boom. But let him finish, because we got to move on to the New Year's Eve thing.
Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid, and your fans gonna get paid, and they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas.
So, if what he's saying is true, again, I don't know, because like I say, it's talking over my head. It's really talking over my head, y'all. I don't know. But if what he is saying is true, which I'm pretty sure it is, because they locked his ass up not shortly after that whole thing that happened, he really did crack the code. He really did. And that's why nothing about this case made sense from the beginning to the end. From the moment Meg lied and said, I stepped on glass, to all the way up until the court. None of this case made 100% sense to me. None of it. Why they were arguing in the back don't make sense. At least the story that they're telling us. The story as to why they fell out. The whole stuff down there at Kylie. I remember the day I was watching the live. She was very annoyed at Tory when he was over there flirting and messing with Kylie. Now, don't get my phone wet. She was already mad. The reason why they were fighting, the whole incident within itself, all of it, none of it made sense. None of it. How you go from, I didn't want this black man to get popped, which I think she used the George Floyd thing. Remember, this is right off the heels of George Floyd. Listen, this is right off the heels of George Floyd. It was very convenient. It was very convenient that she said, well, I didn't want this black man to get killed, but yet you screaming to the mountaintops that he shot you. Girl, I wouldn't give a damn about a black man getting killed. If you shot me, you're going to jail. I don't give a damn if they riddle your ass and Swiss cheese you, bitch. You going. That don't make sense to me. And anybody who thinks that makes sense, you have a real mental problem. You need to go see somebody. If somebody shoot me, bitch, I don't care if them people send Vietnam on you, bitch. I don't care if they call the National Guard. I don't care if they call the Navy SEALs. I don't care what they do to you, bitch. You shot me, and I want your head off your shoulders. Period, point blank. Period. I want your head off your shoulders. But again, a lot of people gonna say, well, it makes sense. But then the police are killing black men. Shut your ass up, girl. He shot me, bitch. That's just that. The fuck? Stepped on glass? No. Your officer, he right there. He shot me. Shoot him. You're damn right. Shoot. He right there, officer. Let me get out the way. Shoot that nigga. He shot me. The fuck? Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. That didn't make sense to me. That didn't make sense to me. That didn't make sense to me. Girl, please. Girl, please. Y'all go ahead. Go ahead on. Keep hollering. Oh, but then she's the victim. Shut your ass up. Victim my ass. I want the police to take the head off the shoulders. I don't give a damn. You think so? Let me ask you a question. Think about it like this. So not telling the police originally that he shot you. What if he let y'all go home together? What you think he gonna do to you when you go home together? Let's take it into real reality. Let's just say I was trying to help him out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want him to get popped, okay? I didn't want the police to Swiss cheese this nigga. All right, bet. Let's just say your story worked. Oh, officer, I stepped on glass. And the officer said, all right, bet. All right, y'all have a good evening. What you think this nigga gonna do to you when y'all leave there? This is a real question. This is a real question. If he already shot you, you're gonna risk lying to leave and go with the nigga? It's a special breed of people that I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord that I don't have the mindset that some people have. Cause bitch, officer, get him. He right there. He shot that nigga shot me. Yes, right here. Look, bullet still right there. Yup, he shot me, and fuck it. For shits and giggles to add a little razzle dazzle, the bitch shot me too. Everybody in the car shot me, girl. Please, everybody going to jail. I don't care what none of y'all say. The whole stuff ain't never made sense. I believe in my conspiracy theory brain that this video is why we're here, okay? Now, we got to move on because this doesn't make sense to me. I believe that that's why... Y'all going on live for your shooter. Not me. Not me. Shit. Matter of fact, soon as the police pull us over, I'm gonna fall out the car. Look, I'm on the ground like this. What's wrong? Girl shot in the foot. It don't matter. I'm on the ground like this. Soon as the officer come by, where am I? Where am I? That little nigga shot me. Check my feet. He shot me. He swear he said he gonna shoot me if y'all leave. Please kill him. Bitch, please. Bitch, I'm going straight into Oscar mode. Girl, please. Oh, where am I? Oh, what's happening? I lost consciousness after he shot me. Please kill him. Kill him, please, if you can. Bitch, please, girl. You go ahead on talking about your victim mentality. Keep your victim mentality gonna get you fucked up. And I'm telling you, not what I know, not what I think. That victim mentality right there, that's gonna get you fucked up. Bitch, please. I'm trying to get to safety. Girl, is you crazy? I'm trying to get to safety. Y'all go ahead on if y'all want to, girl. Ain't me. Ain't me. Ain't me. Girl, by the time I act like I just came to, bitch, please. Girl, by the time I finish on that ground, the fuck? I didn't want him to get shot. Bitch, Swiss cheese this Negro, please. Swiss cheese him. Yes, I need assault military rifles on this nigga head. Swiss cheese the nigga, he shot me, and I don't care about whatever happened after that. Let the chips fall where they may. Swiss cheese this nigga, please. Thank you. Appreciate you, officer. Good looking out. Thank you for your services. Oh, yeah. You can't protect your abuser and then be mad when people call you out on it. You just can't. You can't. You cannot protect your abuser and then be mad when people be like, that don't make sense, because it doesn't. I'm not saying psychologically that people who are abused don't go through stuff. They do. But at the end of the day, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. Stop protecting your abuser. Stop that. Okay? Now, let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. But I think that's what happened with Tory, y'all. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened to Tory. So, all right, let's get into it. So, let me send this clip to myself. So, in case you guys haven't noticed or didn't know about this, let me read these super chats too. But hold on, let me send this to me. Shout out to Miss Parker. Thank you for sending it to me this morning. I had as soon as you sent it, I had clicked on it. Hold on. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. All right. So over the weekend in New Orleans, there was a terrorist attack that happened. Wait. Let me read these super chats. Hold on. Let me read the super chats. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up on the video. Deserving one. I think I said that. Happy New Year. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, deserving one. Crystal, thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Tina Sanders, Happy New Year. Thank you so much, Tina. Happy New Year to you as well. You and your family. Y'all making is y'all around here making cabbage and black eyed peas? That's what my best friend called me talking about. She making cabbage and black eyed peas for money and good luck. Girl, I know somebody that's been making cabbage and black eyed peas for 100 years and they still broke. Actually, they be needing a ride. Girl. But shout out to the people making the cabbage and the black eyed peas, girl. I don't even eat no black eyed peas. So, you know, shout out. This heifer talking about, yeah, I made it home. I got to go run to the store. I said, what you going in the store for? Oh, girl, it's the new year. I got to make my cabbage. I said, bitch, please. Black people, why we, girl, shout out to everybody who made their cabbage and black eyed peas, girl. Shout out. TL, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, dolls and dons. I speak life, love, blessings, and good health and abundance in every area. That will be the best year of our lives. Love y'all. I hope so, because TL, girl, 2024 has been horribly. Do you hear me? 2024 has been disgusting. And it all went by so fast. But still, for some odd reason, it felt like it went by real slow. 2020, thank you so much for speaking positivity. Because, girl, 2024 was disgusting, girl. Thank you so much. Courtney, thank you for becoming a new member. Out the Matrix, thank you for the super chat. I can't with your crazy self. This is fake New Year. Exactly. I don't always agree with you, but I always listen. Love you down to the ground, fat. Thank you so much, Out the Matrix. Yeah, girl, this ain't no real New Year. Y'all do know the New Year starts in March, right? When they gave us this Gregorian calendar, and I think we were on a Julian before that. Y'all know they used to have 13 months, right? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all knew that. That before they had 13 months. Oh, yeah. See, a lot of y'all ain't privy to that. A lot of y'all ain't privy to that. So at one point they had 13 months, right? And before they came up with these calendars, the way you figured the new year was through harvesting, right? Like people understood time through the days and all of that stuff. So for instance, whenever the spring comes and your flowers and everything are starting to bloom, that is a new year. Yes, William, 13 months with 28 more days. Hold on. I had went and looked at that a long time ago. Yeah, it was 13 months with 28 more days. All right. So listen. So whenever your flowers and stuff are blooming, that's when your new year starts, right? Now remember, spring is where everything starts to grow. Winter is where everything starts to die. Okay, that's why your grass don't grow. That's why you typically your flowers in your flower bed. I have gardens in front of my house. My flower bed, very few flowers last, but most of them die out. But if they're periannual, then they'll come back anyway, right? But ultimately, what the society did, the dominant society or whatever y'all want to call them, what they did was they took away a whole month with 28 days. They turned our Sabbath, which should be Saturday, into Sunday, and then they redirected the new year to be December 31st. Hell, even Jesus' birthday shouldn't be in December. But neither here nor there. They only connected that to make the people, put it together religiously. That's why you have April Fools. Shout out to what's his name? What's that boy name? Young Pharaoh. I watched his video on that. He was spitting. That's why you have April Fool's Day, because you're not realizing you're being tricked. They dropped the ball for New Year's Eve. You drop the ball, and then April 1st, April Fool, because you don't even realize that you've been fooled. We'll have to talk about that on a whole another stream, because Young Pharaoh broke it down real good. Real good. So yeah, when I say this the fake New Year, that's what I mean. Yeah, it was real good, but that's what I mean when I say it's a fake New Year. 7, thank you for the super chat. How do you stay away or not protect an abuser if they family? Shit, I get away from family. I don't give a damn. Shit. I don't give a damn if it's my mom, if it's my po, or my greedy grandma. If you are fucking with me, I'm out of there. I don't want you around me. See, gone are the days where we still stuck around because they was family. Girl, bitch, you could be my child. If you're causing me stress and strife, you got to get up out of here. Don't want you around me. Listen, we need to normalize that too. And it ain't to say to never ever be around them again. But if you need to protect your energy and your peace, ain't nothing wrong with you saying, girl, bye. I don't want you around me. I don't care who it is. If it's your child running you rapid and running you ragged and you can't get them from around them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, girl, I will cut anybody off. I don't give a damn who it is. I will cut anybody off. Would, girl, it works for me. It helps me with my mental health. So yeah, that's how you get away from them. Cut them off. And if you entertaining the bullshit that causes me stress, you got to go too. Yay. Bye. Yes, ma'am. Now let's get into this New Year's Eve thing. So New Year's Eve in New Orleans. I'm not in New Orleans, so shout out to everybody who was checking on me. I saw some of the comments under the Love and Hip Hop video, like, oh, Vu just checking on you, making sure everything's good. Now, I haven't gotten any calls from anybody in my family, so I'm going to assume that everybody is okay, right? So this is what happened. So last night, New Year's Eve, a lot of people go to New York, and they have a nice crowd for New Orleans because people like to be on Bourbon Street drinking and having a good time and bringing in the New Year. I've gone on Bourbon Street once or twice before. For New Year's, it don't really hit like that for me. But I would understand why tourists will be like, yo, let's go spend New Year's Eve in New Orleans because you could drink, you could have fun, and you could be on Bourbon Street where you could just stumble up to your hotel, right? And it makes sense because it do be lit, on Bourbon Street. So what happened was there was this terrorist attack that happened, and we're going to get into it, but there was this terrorist attack that happened. At first, now T got her ugly ass on here and said that it was a terrorist attack. And then the FBI girl said it wasn't a terrorist attack. And I said, now wait a minute, somebody lying, okay? So what happened was this man got into a truck. I got his identity and everything. He got into a truck. And when he got into this truck, he went on a spree, just driving up and down. I think he was on Conti, St. Anne, I want to say a few streets. And he was just running over people. He killed 10 people because when he got to Bourbon, he got out and started shooting. But he killed 10 people and injured 28 plus people. He was just on a spree, just going drive around, unaliving people, right? So long story short, the hospitals are filled. We like, what the hell is going on? Everybody's caught off guard. If this is New Year's Eve, I'm pretty sure most of the people on Bourbon were drunk, right? I have footage and actual video of some of the stuff. If y'all want to see it, I can't post it on YouTube. So we'll get into what we can get into, but we can't get into it all like I would like to. But if you want to see it, it is on my Twitter at Voodoo Doll TV. They got photos, videos of people, the aftermath. They got pictures of him laid out in the street. He was also found with IEDs. These are things that are used in wartime. Explosives, that's what they are. That's what IEDs are. Explosives, right? Explosive devices that basically typically they lay them out in the road, and if you run over one, it boom. Okay? So this was a terrorist attack. They don't want to say that, but that's exactly what this was, right? And mind you, keep in mind, New Orleans is on set to do the Sugar Bowl today. And New Orleans is also on set to do what, boys and girls? The Super Bowl. They don't care about every of these 40 people, I'm sorry. All they care about is we got to make this thing look like it's okay and it's safe because we don't want to lose our tourism dollars. That's what this is all about. Debate your mom. That man could have unalived 1,000 people last night. It don't matter. When the mayor got on here and said it was a terrorist attack, watch how the FBI agent or the FBI affiliate come on there and say, no, it wasn't a terrorist attack. Girl, bye. I'm gonna let y'all watch this news conference, and we're gonna come back for some commentary. But be mindful. They are trying to save face because they got too much happening in the city. It's too much at risk for them to lose. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up on the video. And let's get into what this is. The mayor right here, Toya Cantrell. She's gonna say her piece. This is the police chief. You know what it made me think about too? Because you know, New Orleans, they had a battle in New Orleans in the 1800s where the black people basically battled the clear people in New Orleans and actually won. So much so that so much blood was shed on both sides that them clear people really put some respect on the black people name that were inside of New Orleans. But that's not what this is about. Every time I look at these people, these clear people in these situations like police and judge and police chief and all of that stuff, y'all want to say that the black woman is the DEI hire when the DEI the DEI program has only helped one demographic of people more than any other, and it's white women. So if you really want to know out of these two people who the DEI hire was, it was probably this Barney Rubble looking lady right here. She looked like one of the sheriffs from Andy Griffin or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that white woman is the DEI hire, not the black woman, okay? Okay, just so y'all know, okay? It's clear people, clear women who are benefiting mostly from DEI. Now let's get into this doggone video. Get the likes up on the video.
First of all, we do know that the city of New Orleans was impacted by a terrorist attack. It's all still under investigation. You'll hear more after me. However, I have been in direct contact with the White House, with Governor Landry, and of course, a unified command who is present here. What I'm asking at this time are prayers for those who have lost their lives in the city of New Orleans due to this tragedy. In addition to that, I'm asking the public to stay clear of 8 blocks around Bourbon Street. Stay clear from Bourbon Street, 8 blocks around. Very active, and again, a unified command is in place right now. I'm going to ask Chief Kirkpatrick to give you an update. You're then going to hear from our agent in charge relative to the FBI. So at this time, Chief Kirkpatrick.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to give you as much of the information I possibly can. We are going to give you an update a couple of times today. So we will give you just the basics this morning. All right. We had this event started at about 3:15. It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. It was not a DUI situation. This is a more complex and more serious based on the information we have right now. With respect to numbers, we have right now, and as you already know, this could change throughout the day. We do know that there are 26 injured people who are at UMC Hospital. We know we have 4 at Turo, 4 at Oshner Baptist, 1 at Tulane. But even as I was walking out the door, I believe I have an unconfirmed additional people who have been taken to other area hospitals.
That's more than 28 people. Let her run the numbers back. And hey, anybody who's into this numerology stuff, y'all know that when they do these killings, they like to fudge the numbers. They like to mess with the numbers to make numbers line up for certain types of things, okay? Now, they're saying 28 people hospitalized, 10 people dead. That lady just counted like 35 people plus additional other people. That's just hospitalized. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. Let her run the numbers back again, because watch and believe. As the story develops, the number's going to change again. Watch. I've seen this happen too many times. The numbers are going to continue to change. Yes, gematria, is that what it is? That's what it is. I haven't really got too much into it, but the numbers are going to continue to change. We don't know how many people done got jacked up. Listen to this lady and how many people she says she has in the hospital. Pete, look.
Injured people who are at UMC hospital. Or at UMC hospital today. We do know that there are 26 injured people who are at UMC.
26 injured at UMC hospital. That's one hospital. So we had 26. She said we had 26 people right now at UMC hospital. Pete. Now that's one hospital. Watch what else she said.
Hospital. We know we have 4 at Turo.
4 at Turo. So the 26 plus 4 is 30. 26 at UMC, 4 at Turo. That's 30. These are injured people. Hold on.
4 at Ochsner Baptist.
4 at Ochsner Baptist. That puts us at 34. So we got UMC, Turo, Ochsner Baptist. Matter of fact, my auntie work at Ochsner. I'm going to have to call her. Matter of fact, I can call my homegirl. She work over there too. So look, 26 plus 4, that's 34. 34.
1 at Tulane.
1 at Tulane, that's 35. They real slick with these numbers, y'all. They are very slick with these numbers.
And even as I was walking out the door, I believe I have an unconfirmed additional people who have been taken to other area hospitals, possibly on the east side. But
she didn't even give you the number of the other people that could have been taken to other hospitals. Something ain't right. Something ain't right, y'all. They told us 28 people dead. 10 people dead and 28 people hospitalized. That lady just named 35 plus. Somebody lying.
It's survival. I guess somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Listen. If she was speaking about the people who were deceased, she wouldn't say that they at the hospital. She would just say, I have 10 deceased, and then I got boom, 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 boom. Who cares where the people are if they already gone on the glory? She's not talking about deceased people when she's counting these people. Because when she started off, she said, I can already confirm injured people. And she started off with UMC. She's not talking about the deceased victims, because you wouldn't have to give us the update on what hospital they at. They ain't at the hospital. They're at the coroner. Deceased people don't be at the hospital. They're at the coroner. Well, they do go to the hospital first, but you know what I mean? Something ain't right, y'all. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
we will give you as many correct numbers as we can as the day progresses. It is a very tragic situation for me to tell you that we know we have 10 people that this man killed on Bourbon Street. That is why we do not want anyone.
So that kills all of that narrative of y'all saying that she counting the 10 people in there too. She just additionally said that there was 10 people killed on Bourbon Street. So we can't sit up there and say that the number she gave us included the 10 dead people. Listen.
To tell you that we know we have 10 people that this man killed.
Okay. Something ain't right. Y'all, let me let her finish.
On Bourbon Street. That is why we do not want anyone on Bourbon Street today. Wherever you see yellow tape, please do not violate this tape. This is in order to protect and stabilize the scene. We have information to a certain degree of the demographics of those who are in the hospital right now. We do not know at this point how many could be tourists versus locals. But from the information I have right now, it seems the majority are locals versus tourists.
Now, this is important. The people that he hit them on regular side streets. So more than likely, those were locals, right? If you're not on Bourbon and you walking up and down them streets, you either going to or coming from work. I used to work on not on Bourbon Street. I used to work on Decatur at what is it? Gordon Biersch. No, not Gordon Biersch. It was a beer garden, Bayou Beer Garden or something like that. If you walking back and forth up and down them streets, because we don't live down there for the most part. The Clears live down there. If you're walking up any of those streets in that surrounding area, you're either going to or coming from work. So that would make sense why she's saying most of them are locals. Mind you, he didn't start shooting until he got to Bourbon Street. Well, he did ram the truck into Bourbon Street as well. We're going to get on that. But it would make sense why she says most of those people are local, okay? Kim says it's like 15, 20 killed. I know people that were out there and counted the bodies. That's crazy. I have some of the footage on my Twitter if y'all want to go see it, because I can't post it to YouTube. But look.
What I also can tell you is that this man, this perpetrator, he fired on our officers from his vehicle when he crashed his vehicle. 2 of our officers have been shot.
2 officers shot when he crashed his vehicle.
They are stable, and we will give you an update on them. I have yet been able to go to the hospital. I will be leaving here for us to go visit our officers. We have called in every officer that we have. We have so much appreciated our partnerships who have also offered us staff. Last night, we had over 300 officers out here. And because of the intentional mindset of this perpetrator who went around our barricades in order to conduct this, he was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did. Because of the nature and the indices that we have on the scene, and we have enough information that the FBI will be taking over this investigation. And with that, I am going to be asking, this is the assistant agent in charge. This is Agent Duncan, Special Agent Duncan. And she has taken over this case on behalf of us and the FBI. As always, we will be in partnership with all of our partners. But Agent Duncan, if you want to have a...
When they said that the FBI had any involvement, it was at that moment I knew that this was on some federal terrorist shit. And let me tell you why. Because if this was a regular local who just ramsacked through a whole bunch of people, the New Orleans police would have been able to handle it on its own. If this was a regular local, listen, if this was a regular local who ramsacked through these people, New Orleans Police Department would have handled it on its own. When they bring the FBI in, now we talking about some shit that's real, real crazy. Now we talking about some next level stuff. Okay? Let's get into it.
Few words for me.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. My name is Alethea Duncan. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge for FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was...
This is not a terrorist event, but the man was found with IEDs on him. Ma'am, are you crazy? Are your dreads too tight? The man, where the hell he get IEDs from? Girl, that's used in military warfare. What are you talking about? It's not a terrorist attack. The nigga had IEDs, girl. What is wrong with you? Again, save face. And she was sent down there to do just what she doing. Hey, I know they said it was a terrorist attack, but that's not what it was. Girl, please. Everybody ain't running around with no damn IEDs on them.
found, and we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we're asking everyone to stay.
Rather it's a viable device or not. When she says we're working to see if it's a viable device, what she's saying is we're trying to see if they were real. It don't matter. If I go into a bank right now with a fake pistol and say, give me your money, that is armed robbery. Rather it was a BB gun, a water gun, or whatever. It doesn't matter, but they're watering it down. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They got too much money at risk right now.
Away from Bourbon Street, specifically from Canal Street to St. Anne. That is my ask. Once again, stay away from Bourbon Street, Canal Street, all the way to St. Anne until we can figure out what is going on. Our goal is to provide you additional information at the 11 a.m. press conference. Thank you so much, and we will be in touch.
Yes, I will say that we want our community and our visitors to continue enjoying. There's so much to enjoy about New Orleans, and we are going to make sure that our routes in the Superdome are safe today for the game. And yet we had this tragic event, and we're sorry again to everyone in our community. But we do want you to go about the day, as we say, just stay away from Bourbon.
Thanks for watching.
Girl, them people came down there to go on Bourbon Street. If they can't go on Bourbon Street, where the hell could you go? If you can't go to Bella Noche's, where the hell could you go? Girl, I came to go on Bourbon Street. What is you saying? Now you want to tell me go about my day. Where else I'm going to go? Well, I know where to go, but if I'm not a local, where else am I going to go? Oh, just go about your day. Everything's fine. Just don't go to where you're supposed to be going and the whole reason why you came here. Ma'am, go lay down, ma'am. You talking crazy now. No, what you mean don't go? Long story short, you saw how they came back and tried to clean that up? Somebody said they rescheduled the game. Even if they did, who gonna pay for me another night? Who gonna pay to change my flight? That costs money. Who gonna pay for if I'm just thinking as a patron? I done bought my tickets, I done flew out here, I got my ticket to the game, and I'm only out here. Let's say the game today, I was supposed to be going home tomorrow. I gotta go to work. Who gonna pay for my extra day? Who gonna pay for me to change my flight? And on top of that, who gonna call my job and tell them I can't come in because somebody got popped on Bourbon Street? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Now let's go into the conspiracy bag. So, listen. Typically, when we have events, Janelle said, "Where you gonna go, Lewis?" Look, typically when we have these events like this, they put up these steel barricades, right? That's typically what happens. So I don't know if anybody has ever been to Bourbon Street, but how it works is Canal Street is the main street. Canal Street runs north to south. Depending on which way you're coming from, let's say you're coming from the interstate, right? From I-10. But Canal Street runs north to south. When you get off on a Canal Street exit and you come up Canal Street, you have to go all the way up. It's a one-way each way. You have to go all the way up the first side and then come back and go around the second way to make a U-turn so that you can reach Bourbon Street. Now, none of these streets, none of these off streets on each side are typically barricaded, right? You can freely drive up and down all of these streets except Bourbon Street. On Bourbon Street during the day, so that's when deliveries are happening, cleanups are happening. You can drive all up and down Bourbon Street as much as you want because they understand work got to happen. However, every night at a certain time, they put barricades up. Now, if it's a regular schmegular night, they're not going to put the steel barricades up because the flow of people are going to be like normal, right? But typically when it's a big event like a New Year's Eve, they put up these steel barricades. Now, these steel barricades are so that nobody can do what they just did. Ramsack down Bourbon Street because you got hundreds of thousands damn near people, tens of thousands of people going up and down Bourbon Street. Sometimes Bourbon Street be so packed, you be in a crowd like this, okay? So, this particular time, though, they didn't put up the steel barricades. They just put up them little metal ones. You know, the one that say police. You know what I'm saying? And I found that to be odd because typically they put up the steel ones, the ones that if you run into it, you're going to pop yourself, let alone, you know, you're not going to make it if you run into one of these barricades, right? So this guy went on CNN, I think it was. Where was he at? And he was talking about this, and he was like, this doesn't make sense that they didn't put up these barricades. He said, because typically that's what they do, right? Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you.
Kids or,
Hold on.
you know.
Get the likes up on the video. This guy made so much sense about what he was saying. So basically, he's talking about this whole situation. He was like, why wouldn't they put up the steel barricades? Now, CNN was reporting this morning that it was 35 dead, like the police said. Listen, keep paying attention. The numbers are going to change. The numbers are going to change. Okay? Now we at 35. It went from 28 people to 35, and I'm pretty sure they're going to change again, okay? But they probably updated based off what the police chief said, okay? Now let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up on the video.
I mean, she was an older Hispanic woman, probably in her mid-30s. She had a wedding ring on her finger. We were that close.
I just didn't know if there were kids or, you know, any kids around.
No, there was no small.
It was 3 a.m.
No small children.
Okay.
No small children. I mean, none in our area.
Right. Did you see, when you were looking down from the balcony, did you see the truck? Did you see the suspect?
Oh, he had been gone. That's what I was telling other news sources. Like, we have these hydraulic steel barriers from past events. Last Mardi Gras, this happened to an extent, maybe not terrorism, but still people getting hit in mass population with vehicles. Those barricades were not up, period. They had the flimsy orange ones that you could just push over with your finger. We actually thought it was kind of odd because usually when you get to Bourbon Street, you can turn your back to Canal and not worry about anything. You can just walk the street, especially on New Year's, and there were still vehicles coming after 8 p.m. And then, I mean, the fact that they never raised them. That's how this guy was able to get down Bourbon Street so quickly and cause so much damage. Because there's other barricades past the Canal and Bourbon intersection. There's more like every 2-3 blocks. So what was 10 or 15 dead and 30 wounded could have only been maybe 5 and 15. I mean, who can say, but it definitely would have been minimalized because this truck could not go around those barricades. Everything in New Orleans in the French Quarter has a balcony. All the balconies have poles, several steel poles, and there's no going around anything. If that barricade's up, that's a wrap. That's your end.
So just to be clear, you're saying that they were just the flimsy orange barricades that weren't up, that
Yes,
they weren't the same barricades there as elsewhere.
No, the metal ones were absolutely not engaged.
Wow. And that struck you at the time, right? Because there was that 2017 incident with Mardi Gras where a drunk driver drove through. And so from what my understanding is, they increased security measures in that area because of what happened there. But what you're saying is that you didn't see the security that should have been there to protect the revelers.
Yeah, we were walking right across it. Like, as you walk down Bourbon, you cross like 5 of them. And then even when you turn off the side streets of Bourbon, there's more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the precautions are there and everything's implicated. You just have to use it.
All right. So what he was saying makes sense. He was just like, it's just odd that they didn't activate these barricades because, like you said, like I told y'all, typically when you have a huge event downtown, like something big, like if any of y'all plan on going to the Super Bowl, to Mardi Gras, or anything like that, you're going to see that Bourbon Street is completely cordoned off. You cannot go ride up and down Bourbon Street. They're going to cordon it off to where it's only people able to walk up and down the street. And it is odd that they didn't activate those barricades. Now, some people are saying, oh, well, maybe the barricades were broken conveniently. How convenient? How convenient if they were? How convenient? It's giving setup to me. It's giving setup to me. I don't know about y'all, but to me, it's giving setup. I don't know if this is I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is some ritualistic stuff, but it is a terrorist attack. A lot of people were saying that it was an illegal alien, but actually it was a citizen of Houston. Hold on. And here's the truck. So y'all take a look at this truck. Here's the truck the man was using. He was flying this black radical flag, this ISIS type flag, or whatever the case may be. I don't know if he's ISIS, but what I do know is he was radicalized by one of these groups. Now, a lot of people are referencing Trump's statement when Trump said, oh, all these people being let in, this is the Democrats, all these people being let in are far more worse than the people of our citizens in our country and all that stuff. See, Trump is just trying to lie. It's the citizens. You mean to tell me that it just so happened that it looks like he could have been a first generational American? He's still radicalized by some outside entity of America. So you mean to tell me because this one guy wasn't an illegal alien that the truth don't stand at the fact that they're letting any and everybody into this country? Think about it. So we're just going to completely ignore the fact that they let any and everybody into the country because this one man was a first generational American. We're going to get into it. No, he's not Caucasian. He looked like an Arab. He looked like an Arab. I want to show y'all who the dude is. He looks like an Arab. I can't even pronounce his name for real, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a try. You won't know unless you give it a try. We got to give it a try. Okay. So this is the man. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Shamsud Din Jabbar. This is the man. He looked like an Arab to me. Okay. But ultimately, he's the suspect in the New Orleans truck incident. His name is Shamsud Din Jabbar. Right? So, I don't know. Somebody say he looked North African. I don't know. All I know is what the police said. Let's get into a little bit about Shamsud Din Jabbar. Prayers out to everybody who got hurt down there, bro, for real. But let's get into who this man was. Now, look, this is him.
With Blue Metal.
Hold on. This is him. And I'm going to give y'all my thoughts on this situation anyway. Look.
Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar, property manager with Blue Metal Properties and team lead at the Midas Group at Core Realty. I just want to say hello and let you know a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service and what it means to be responsive and take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hit. Good evening. I'm Shamsuddin Jabbar, property manager.
All right. So as you can see, born in Beaumont, Texas, he's a military man. He's not a Black American. The name tells us he's not. He's not a Black American. He's not Black. He may have black skin, but he's not a Black American. The name Shamsud Din Jabbar, that should tell you everything you need to know, okay? Now, he is an American citizen and a prior military personnel. Yes, HR, human resources, glorified, business secretary, and IT. So he is very well versed on terror attacks, terror, and all types of stuff. That's what I think too, Great T. I think some MK Ultra may be in on this too. I think some MK Ultra might be on this too. You know how they do with the military people, right? So boom. He is an American citizen who served in the military, and this is my thing. This is my thing, y'all. This is just me. This is about to sound bad, but I don't care. I'm about to say it anyway. America lets anybody in this military, and they let anybody into the country. And to be completely honest, when I be looking around at some of them people in the military, they be with the, this is no shade, but they be looking sus. A lot of them people be sus. Like, I just don't understand it. And just because he served in the military and he was born in America does not mean he wasn't a part of one of these radical groups, because this is what we see. We know that to be a fact that he was related to one of these radical groups. Okay? Please do not put this on Black Americans. This is not a Black American. This is a immigrant. This is a first generational immigrant is what this is. He is not a Black American. Don't even repeat that. Don't even say that. That's why the identity politics is out the window, and we're starting to realize there's a difference between us and them. There's a difference between us and them. Okay? So just because he served in the military doesn't make him any less radical. He still was allegedly one of the, he did what he did. So, yeah, this has nothing to do or nothing to say about, oh, Trump trying to say it's the immigrants. He's technically still an immigrant. You know what I mean? And you know what? That makes sense, Jennifer. Where would he get them IEDs? Nene said, I have met some illegal aliens with no social security number enlist in our military. Yeah, because the only ones who get social security numbers are Americans, right? When you're born here. But I think other than that, I don't think they get the America let anybody in there. And they even letting the Chinese people buy land and all that. America kind of gets what it deserves sometimes. I ain't even, not the people. I'm just saying, like, the way America moves. That man has connections to some stuff outside of America. Period, point blank. I don't want to show that. I can't show that. It's so much I can't show on YouTube. Like I said, if y'all want to see some of the actual footage of what was happening at the time, and we're going to get into another video, but there's a lot of footage of the actual situation. It's certain stuff I can't show on YouTube. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Hold on. Let me see what I can show you. New Orleans is trending on Twitter. If anybody has a Twitter, you'll be able to see that New Orleans is trending. Now, they did say that Biden was in touch with the mayor and also the governor. Ooh, somebody say he stopped updating in 2022, but we all know his background, military, IT. Hold on, let's see what this says. Y'all get the likes up on the video.
So we're hearing that the vehicle was traced to coming across from Mexico into the United States at Eagle Pass, Texas, 2 days ago. To be clear, we don't...
Now, this is big. They're saying that they found that the vehicle came through Eagle Pass, Texas, and Mexico. So this man is coming from Mexico. Okay?
So we're hearing that the vehicle was traced to coming across from Mexico into the United States at Eagle Pass, Texas, 2 days ago. To be clear, we don't 100% know that this man, and we do know the suspect is a man, was the person driving that crossed the border. That is unclear at this point. We just know that the actual license plate was picked up by a reader at a border crossing. This is per two federal law enforcement sources to Fox News, that it was picked up crossing at that border station at Eagle Pass, Texas, 2 days ago. I know that raises more questions than answers, but we are providing information to our viewers as we get it, the most accurate information. So that's what we know right now. As far as the name of the suspect, we don't know. We've heard several names right now, but we want to be sure we have the accurate name before we say anything about a name and before we broadcast that at all. So
now this was at 9:50 this morning in New Orleans. Listen. So they don't know if it was the man in particular who was driving the truck, but the truck itself was spotted 2 days ago coming from Mexico. Now, could this person had robbed the guy or carjacked the guy or whoever it was in the truck and took the truck? Possibly. Who knows? But this is big in the case as far as what was going on behind the scenes. This is what has to happen. We have to pay attention to the earlier news because all of this stuff is going to get updated and it's going to contradict a lot of the stuff that happened or what was said before. So we have to pay attention to the earlier news because a lot of this is going to update. Can somebody, matter of fact, can somebody do me a favor and drop my Twitter link in the chat? Oh, here you go. I can't update it from there. Thank you, Meek. I'm gonna pin the Twitter link for y'all to go see it. Like I said, I'll be sharing a lot of stuff to my Twitter. But yeah, get the likes up on the video, y'all. Get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. So hold on.
Running a small business?
Come on, Ed. That I ain't gonna get when I get off here. Let me like my own video, child. Like the video, Ed. All right, hold on. Let me pin this Twitter to the top. There you go. If anybody want to go follow my Twitter, that's where I'm at, okay? So what was I saying? So I was saying all this to say that this is very pivotal in this situation. We still haven't been able to say it was him in the truck coming out of Mexico, but somebody came out of Mexico in that truck 2 days ago. This is the truck right here, Texas plate. It makes sense because Texas is right on the border of Mexico, okay? Y'all get the likes up. It's something else I want to show y'all. Hold on. Y'all get the likes up. This is deeper than we even know. This is much deeper than we know. Much deeper. Much deeper. Let me see. Is it this? I can't. It's so much I can't show. But like I said, if y'all go to my Twitter, it's pinned to the top of the chat. You'll see a lot more on there because I don't want to get my channel jacked up sharing some stuff on YouTube that they don't want nobody to see. I should have been on YouTube before they started making all these doggone rules and stuff. I want to go to before we go to Instagram to this page. Oof, that's a bad picture. I think I retweeted that. But this is not a time for dumb people in politics to start pointing fingers at what this one said and what that one said. All that matters is these people are fucking dead. But everybody want to sit up here and find a reason to point. See, Trump said it was the foreigners. It is still a foreigner, dummy. It's still a foreigner, dummy. Hold on. Oh, somebody asked in the chat, where were the police? That's a good question. 2 of them got shot, though. 2 of them got shot. Let me go to this page. So, hold on. I follow this page. It's a couple of them, but this one is NOLA Crimes Update. Let me see. I gotta scan through it to see what I can play and what I can't play. I gotta skim through it because I don't want to play something and get popped. You know what I mean? Let me see. I might could show you this. Here's a bit. This looked like it could. Here's a bit of what the scene looked like. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I just have to scan this before I show it to y'all. Here's a bit of what the scene looked like after the aftermath. Mind you, he had been going up and down the streets, running over people before he got to Bourbon. It's a lot of people on feet downtown because the traffic gets crazy and a lot of people are working at the hotels and restaurants down there. Okay. There's something very eerie about this situation. There's something very eerie about this situation. I'm telling you, something ain't right. Something in the milk ain't clean about this whole thing. Something in the milk ain't clean about this whole thing. What y'all think? Carolyn Johnson, thank you for the super chat. Each month is 28 days. Take the extra days of each month, i.e. 28, 29, 31. Add them together and it will make a whole other month. Oh, we were talking about the calendar. Yeah. That's why some months are 31 days. Some months have 30 and some have 28. And well, the one have 28. Gotcha. Thank you so much. Sophia, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, my favorite YouTuber. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Keisha Youngblood, I would have been on I-10 back to Houston expeditiously Happy New Year, Acorn. Happy New Year. Hell yeah. Listen, I don't know. Let me check to see what they're going to do with the game. Let me do that. Hold on. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. Boo, where was the police on bikes, foot, in or a horse? I think that was some of the first ones he ran into. That's why they say 2 of them got shot. I think so. Son, thank you for the super chat. He's not Acorn, Sudanese or Somali or Tether. Yeah, he ain't no nigga though. I know what he ain't. I might not know what he is, but I know what he ain't. And that's one of us. Tina Sanders, thank you for the super chat. This is why delineation is so important. Exactly. Because any other person would have looked at that man and assumed he was one of us. Hell no. Hell no. I know Tyreek gonna talk about this. Kamisha, thank you for the super chat. Facts, they let anyone in the military now. At my son's basic training graduation, there were so many foreigners that was graduating. And that is so scary. Because the military want to talk about not having spies and all that stuff, but they allow any and everybody in there. I would never understand that. I will literally never understand that. We about to go see what happened with the game, y'all. Miss Kitty, thank you for the super chat. You told no lies. I work on the military base in DC, and yep, every race and ethnicity you can think of got on a uniform. That again, we let every girl. It said they don't need to send a spy. Well, they don't need to actually, like, they can send people in to infiltrate because they're already on the inside. I don't understand that about America. I really don't. I truly don't understand that. KB, thank you for the super chat. Conspiracy theories here. They said allegedly that juice will cause mental issues, and people just, y'all don't remember the old doctor in Israel. Huh? They said allegedly that juice would cause mental illness in people. Juice, like orange juice, apple juice. Just y'all don't remember the old doctor in Israel. I never heard of that. Let's go see what they're going to... Thank you, KB, for the super chat. Let's go see what they're going to do about the game. Okay? Y'all get the likes up on the video because I want to... New Orleans attack Sugar Bowl. Let me see. Because, I mean, if you don't have Bourbon Street, like I said, where else can you go? So let's get over here, y'all. According to NBC News Now, Sugar Bowl in New Orleans postponed in wake of truck ramming attack where 10 people killed, at least 30 injured, okay? Let's see what they're saying on here. Hold on. Can y'all see this?
Now, so our condolences. Afternoon. Obviously, we wish we weren't here for this reason today. The Sugar Bowl Committee has a 90-year history of being a good corporate citizen for the city of New Orleans, and that's why this tragedy hurts us as much as anybody right now. So our condolences, thoughts, and prayers go out to the victims and their families as we all work through this. Of course, anytime we have a major event in the city of New Orleans, public safety is paramount, and we have full faith and confidence in the governor and the mayor and all the assets, the federal, state, and local resources that they've applied to this event so that we can ultimately bring those responsible to justice and carry on with the major events that we have in front of us. Speaking of which, we were scheduled this evening to have a CFP quarterfinal played in the Superdome at 7:45. We have been in consultation with ESPN, with the College Football Playoff, with the Southeastern Conference, with the University of Georgia, with Notre Dame. All parties and all agree that it's in the best interest of everybody and public safety that we postpone the game for 24 hours. Work is fast about to set up a safe and efficient and fun environment for tomorrow night. There'll be more details on that in the coming hours, but for now, that's the plan, that we're going to move forward and play the game. And again, we reiterate our thanks to everyone up here for the important work they're doing. We live in the fun and games world with what we do, but we certainly recognize the importance of this, and we're going to support it 100%. So thank you.
The FBI.
Hold on, let me see what she's saying. So what he's saying is they postponed the game for 24 hours. I think that's the latest I've seen. Let's see what she got to say.
the lead investigative agency, and we're investigating this as an attack of terrorism along with our partners.
So now she say it's a terrorist attack. Got it.
Today at approximately 3:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, an individual drove a pickup truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, killing at least 10 individuals and injuring dozens more. After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon local law enforcement. Law enforcement returned fire and the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene. 2 law enforcement officers were injured and transported to local hospitals. The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Samsud Dim Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas. He was driving a Ford pickup truck, which appears to be rented. And
you notice she said he was a citizen born in America, in Texas, I'm sorry. That's to take the stigma off of the terrorism part of it. That's to take the stigma off of the foreigner part of it. This is all politics we're listening to. Because you pronounced his name and then saying he an American citizen don't add up when he over there with ISIS and all of that. Ma'am, she must be a foreigner with the hard R. What's her name? I got to go find her.
We are working to confirm how the subject became in possession of this vehicle. An ISIS flag was located on the trailer hitch of the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine the subject's potential associations and affiliations with terrorist organizations. Weapons and potential improvised explosive devices, IEDs, were located in the subject's vehicle. Other potential IEDs were also located in the French Quarter. As of now, 2 IEDs have been found and rendered safe. The FBI Special Agent bomb technicians, as well as our local law enforcement partners, have been working to determine if any of these devices are viable, and they'll work to render those devices safe. The FBI, we are working with our partners to investigate this as an act of terrorism. We're aggressively running down all of the leads to identify the possible subject's associates. We're working to ensure that there is no further threat. We do not believe that Jabbar was solely responsible. We're aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates. That's why we need the public's help. We are asking if anybody has any interactions with Samsud Dim Jabbar in the last 72 hours that you contact us. The FBI is asking the public's help. We're asking anyone who has information, video, or pictures to provide it to the FBI. We have set up a digital tip line as well as our 1-800 number, 1-800-CALL-FBI. Please provide us with any information that can assist us in this investigation.
So let's bring in NBC News law enforcement and intelligence correspondent Tom Winter. He's been reporting all morning on this. Tom, I see your new note, but I'll let you tell us what you know about. You're learning much more about the suspect.
We sure are, and I'm going to fold in the reporting of my colleagues Julia Ainsley and Ken Delaney in here. First off, from an investigation standpoint, there is an active effort right now to investigate a potential improvised explosive device, so a homemade explosive device in plain English, found inside that individual's vehicle. There are at least 2 other potential, again, not confirmed, potential improvised explosive devices that were planted in the area. They're trying to determine, are those actual explosives? Could they have gone off? And are they tied to this particular individual? So they're looking at that as well. It's our understanding that this person had on his person a long gun as well as potentially another weapon. And the FBI now says on the record that this 42-year-old identified as Shamsuddin Jabbar, and the FBI has now identified him publicly, says that he's...
This is a good question because they do have cameras out there. Where's the footage from the street cameras? That's a very good question, Lorraine, because we're not going to act like they don't have street cameras out there on Bourbon, because they do. Whenever they got a robbery, they show us the footage then. Where's the footage from the street cameras? All major cities got street cameras outside. Somebody... Girl...
a U.S. citizen from Texas, that an ISIS flag was located, and I'm quoting now, and the FBI is working to determine the subject's potential associations and affiliations with terrorist organizations. Now, that ISIS flag that they say was located in the vehicle is believed to be affixed to the hitch on the tailgate. So if you look at this photo and you look at where the license plate is, it's a Texas license plate on the back of it. there's a white pole that kind of comes up there, and there's a black material, some sort of potentially a flag, a garment, whatever it is, that might be, in fact, the flag that was there. So that's something that they're looking at, Kate. In addition, we're told that they're looking into this vehicle and where they got it from, but there's no indication at this point that the person who rented this vehicle, which may have been through an application, so there's kind of like an Airbnb for cars, that this individual rented out the car, but may not have known this person's intentions. That's something that law enforcement will continue to look into. But again, the headlines here, the FBI now formally confirming the information that we broke.
Wait, he said an Airbnb for cars. So was Jabbar the one who rented the car?
Several hours ago that Shamsuddin Jabbar is in fact the person they believe is responsible for this deadly truck attack. We are told that shortly we will be, from multiple senior law enforcement officials, we'll hear that the death toll has risen, that this individual is a citizen from Texas. He was driving a Ford pickup truck, and that that truck had an ISIS flag that was found in it. And that's what the FBI is investigating at this standpoint, from this at this hour, I should say, that multiple special agent bomb technicians from the FBI and other local law enforcement agencies, in this particular case, it would be the Louisiana State Police, the New Orleans Police Department, but typically the Louisiana State Police has a pretty robust presence on this. They'll take a look at some other devices, which we are reporting, according to 3 law enforcement officials briefed on the matter, at least 2 other devices that were planted in the vicinity that is obviously of high interest. This really changes a bit the security picture here, because if other devices were planted where they planted elsewhere in New Orleans, obviously we're all acutely aware of the event that is happening tonight in that city, the Sugar Bowl, and what does it mean for that event? So a lot of questions here, Kate and Morgan, but I'll kind of send it back to you for any questions you might have as we continue to do our reporting and pour through this.
Tom, first off, excellent reporting, because for our viewers who are just turning in, you gave us 4 really big new nuggets that really changed the landscape of what we've been seeing. You talked about the flag, ISIS flag, 2 potential IEDs, 3 more details from the suspect.
I want to pause this right quick. So I found some street cam footage of the police running toward the situation. We're going to come right back to that because they're giving good information. Look, here's some street cam footage of them running toward the situation. Hold on. Wait, this from 4 months ago? Does that what that say? I don't think this was the same footage. This say from 4 months ago, started 4 months ago. I don't know what that means. But anyway, if this is them going toward it, I don't know. Because this say started 4 months ago. I don't know what that means. Let me see. Girl, what is they talking about? They say 6 hours ago. I don't know. Let me let y'all get back to this press conference. Y'all get this news conference. Y'all get the likes up, please, and thank you. Where is it? I think it's right here. Yeah. It's over here.
We now know he's 42-year-old U.S.-born citizen born in Texas. And 4, you mentioned that the death toll was expected to rise. On that note, Tom, and I want to go back to that flag that we're looking at here, attached to the hitch of the bed of that truck there. That was really striking to me, because I also saw when that looked at that photo, those 4 holes in the windshield, the back windshield there that appear to be, gunshot bullet holes that may have entered the vehicle. When you see that flag, does that give us any indication about whether or not he was working alone or if he had known associates? And 2, Tom, do we have any, now that we have this name, do we have any indication of whether or not he'd had previous arrests, misdemeanors, felonies, anything in his record?
That's something that we're still pouring through with respect to what is referred to in law enforcement circles as suspect pedigree. Where did they come from? What's their date of birth? Do they have any active lawsuits for or against them? Do they have any sort of criminal history? That's information that we're still in the process of going through, and we'd like to do a lot of verification to get to that point. You're seeing a video of the immediate aftermath. There were, according to a video, I think that we're hopefully going to be able to show folks shortly, that's just been forwarded to me from our affiliate in New Orleans. Basically, this stops, and then there's a quick pause or two, and then a tremendous exchange of gunfire. So the bullet holes that you're seeing on the back of that car could have come from police. They could have come from police firing from the front to the back. They could have been, it's just the picture's not clear enough, could have been shots fired from the back to the front. We are told that investigators are looking into whether or not he was firing as he was driving this vehicle, that he may have been firing a gun while driving the vehicle. That's something they're looking into. We don't have that confirmed. That's going to require, obviously, a lot of work from an evidence standpoint. Clearly, some of that probably based off of
Chip says first victim identified Nakira Dedro, an 18-year-old nursing student. Wow. That is so bad. Damn. Man, my prayers go out to the family, man. My prayers go out to the family. An 18-year-old nursing student. That's crazy. My prayers go out to the family. I told y'all if he ran into people walking up and down them side streets, those were locals. They going back and forth to work. Some of them probably was going out there, to hang out. But for the most part, you know what I mean? Those are local people walking up them side streets. Normally, the tourists stay on Bourbon unless they're going to another destination. Okay? Prayers go out to the family, man. Prayers go out to the family.
Witnesses. We'll see if that turns out to be true, but they're at least looking into it. This idea, by the way, of flying an ISIS flag on the back of a pickup truck is something that we've seen before. Sayfullo Saipov, back in October of 2017 on Halloween, drove down the Upper West Side Highway here in New York City and conducted a terrorist attack in the name of ISIS, killing 8, injuring over a dozen. He had talked about, according to court records, the idea of actually flying an ISIS flag from the back of his truck, coincidentally also a rented pickup truck, that from a major retailer. But he talked about doing that, but thought it would attract too much attention.
Blessed Lady 82 said the nursing student was from Mississippi. She may have very well been, but New Orleans have one of the top nursing programs in America as it pertains to Tulane. I don't know if y'all know that, but people come from all over the world and also all over America to go to Tulane's nursing center because it's a school and it's basically the top nursing school in America. So it wouldn't surprise me if she is from Mississippi but was attending school there because Tulane has the best nursing school, like one of the best. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't surprise me if, yes, she is from Mississippi, but was probably living there or to get her education. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, Tulane has one of the biggest top nursing situations over there. Yeah, this is sad, bro. This is sad.
And that the NYPD would see that and immediately try to stop him. Obviously, that's something that would certainly grab the attention of law enforcement. Frankly, anybody. That flag is kind of ubiquitous in our society. So that is something that we've seen, talked about before, and that is something obviously that is of interest. The idea of driving through a crowd in vehicle ramming attacks is something that we've seen over the last decade. It's talked about in.
She says, "Vu, I'm from New Orleans. She attended school in Mississippi. If her last name is Dedro with R-E-U-X, E-A-U-X, any E-A-U-X, she got family there then. She was down there for a reason. She wasn't no foreigner. The last name tells me she either from New Orleans or have family from New Orleans because those Creole French last names are typically indicative to those people. Now, I'm not saying she can't be from Mississippi, but there was some relation to her being down there. Rather, she was going to school out there or in New Orleans, or maybe she was down visiting family for the New Year or something like that. But Dedro, that's New Orleans. She got family down there. She got family down there for a fact. Y'all get the likes up on the video.
Almost every single major propaganda that comes out from various terrorist organizations. And as we recently reported on NBC News Now, in a story I believe we talked about, was the idea of how terrorist organizations are now using AI to produce terrorist propaganda because it allows them to be anonymous. You have the face and the voice of it being a computer somewhere instead of being an actual person, makes it more difficult for investigators to try to determine who is behind that propaganda. So this is an evolving landscape, a reminder that as we've been reporting here at NBC News for the past 9 months, the FBI has been especially concerned about the volume of terrorism investigations and attacks and thwarted attacks. There's been a number of them. The Taylor Swift concert in Austria, the FBI and the U.S. is warning to Russian security agencies about what turned out to be a deadly attack at the Crocus concert hall there. There were several other investigations, including an election day plot here in the United States that was disrupted, in a plot involving a relative of that suspect in France that was disrupted, as well as a number of potential incidents, not all necessarily tied to terrorism, that were thwarted before the Olympics. It's been an incredibly busy year in this landscape. It is at a tempo that we have not seen before, at least not since 2014, based on the officials that work in this space that I talked to. And so this is very real and has been a real genuine threat here, I would say, for the past year of this exact type of incident. The big question going forward is, how is it possible, knowing that all the information I just shared with you is information that was public prior to this event? How is it possible that a truck was able to drive down Bourbon Street in the early morning hours on New Year's Eve, when obviously there would be a lot of people out? There are a lot of people out in that street on a Tuesday in August, let alone at this time of the year. And as we saw here in New York City last night, it would not have been possible for this attack to take place. They fill up sanitation trucks with sand, and good luck to anybody trying to get through that. So obviously serious questions will need to be asked of New Orleans authorities. Was it an issue with overtime, and did politicians not allow those type of protections go in? Was it a failure on the police department? Was it a combination of things, like it usually is? Time will tell.
Yeah. Tom, can I, before we let you go, can I just ask one question about the victim?
Sorry, guys. What happened? Why is it not playing? Hold on. I think it was because I opened this other window. Hold on, y'all. She was about to ask about a victim. Shoot. Let me refresh it. Damn it. I think it was like the third video after this one. Hold on, because it was running through the videos, y'all. Y'all get the likes up. She was about to ask about a victim. Let me see something. Maybe if I, and go back here. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I know what timestamp she was at. Go back up. What's up in here? All right.
Go in. Was it a failure on the police department? Was it a combination of things, like it usually is? Time will tell.
Yeah. Tom, can I, before we let you go, can I just ask one question about the victims in all this, the people who've died, the people who are still hurt and in hospitals? Because you said when we came to you that the death toll has risen, which is the worst news we could imagine. Is this because many of the injuries are very severe and we're finding out that they're passing away at the hospital?
That's exactly right. The injuries here were horrific in nature, we're told. I don't think I need, out of respect to the victims, to get into specific details that we're being told and hearing, but we do expect the next time that we get a briefing from city officials for that death toll to rise. It's not because of any lack of extreme effort by the medical community. It's just injuries are injuries. And when you're hit with a truck at that level, high rate of speed, and if this idea that he was in fact firing out of the truck at that time, obviously that would have added additional problems for the people that were in that crowd. It's something that law enforcement's tracking down. It's horrific. It's horrible. And obviously is going to be continued sad news, not only for the New Orleans community, but given the fact this attracts people from all over the country, we'll have to wait and see if other communities are impacted as well.
Yeah, keeping all those families in our thoughts here too.
I found 2 victims. Y'all, let's go over here. I found 2 victims. This is according to New Orleans News. All right, girl, let me in. Shoot. Girl, all right. Lloyd. Okay. All right. So it says, hold on, let me take this down. This ad. I hate clicking on what you call it. The ads just be, ooh. All right. It says at least 10 people killed, 35 injured after a vehicle drove into a crowd in New Orleans French Quarter on New Year's Eve. It says 2 20-year-old Fort Myers women were among those injured after a man identified as Shamsuddin Jabbar, 42 of Texas, intentionally plowed a truck through a crowd as an act of terrorism. According to reports, both women graduated from Canterbury School in Fort Myers. The 2 women were reportedly taken to the hospital following the attack. According to police, the suspect rammed the vehicle at high speed into a crowd of pedestrians in New Orleans French Quarter at 3:15 a.m. Wednesday along Bourbon Street. Police said 10 people are dead and 35 are injured. The suspect reportedly opened fire on police, injuring 2 officers. It happened around the end of New Year's Eve or New Year's celebration in New Orleans, and hours before the kickoff of the All-Star Sugar Bowl, a college football quarterfinal held in the city's Caesar Superdome with thousands expected to be in attendance. So it says the identities of the Fort Myers women have not been shared at this time. NBC2 is working to gather information surrounding the Fort Myers women injured during the attack. So 2 women from Fort Myers were among 2 that were injured in this situation. It's something very fishy happening in the world as we know it. As a matter of fact, while that was happening allegedly, simultaneously, something happened down at the Trump Towers. So apparently it says, and this is another thing, we're not going to act like them IEDs is just random. This man had whole explosive devices. And listen, man, you don't just get that. Like, he had to be locked in somewhere. Okay? They were saying that according to this, it says, this person who tweeted this, Shamsuddin Jabbar was the man behind the terrorist attack in New Orleans. Not very American looking, if you ask me. But yet he was apparently born in Texas and affiliated with ISIS. This is how they infiltrate within. Facts. Explosive at the scenes are believed to be a part of a large terror cell. Added to this attack, reports are coming in still to be verified fully of an explosive in Las Vegas and a shooting with fatalities in Illinois. So apparently a lot of stuff was happening around the same time. All right. Oh no, Tatted Baby says a friend of mine didn't make it from Baton Rouge. Rest in peace, Reggie Hunter. Oh my God, rest in peace, Reggie Hunter. Rest in peace, rest in peace. Yeah, this is Fiona, girl. We done moved on, girl. We not on Tory no more. You must be behind on the stream. Let me time you out. You're a weirdo. We not even on Tory no more. You gonna make me say free him just because I know it's gonna get up under your skin. Free Tory, nah, because y'all crazy, girl. We not even talking about Tory no more, girl. Stop. Go lay down, Fiona. Go lay down. Okay, now look. So apparently this is stuff going on all across America. This is exactly what they meant with globalize the intifada. It says, I only hope all those university presidents finally understand the context before it's too late. Now, this is a larger situation that I believe is happening. Look, this what happened down at the Trump Tower.
I just heard a boom.
Oh my God. I heard that boom too, but I didn't know it was actually outside. I thought it was a person in the hallway. Holy Holy shit.
Dear Dr. K, I used to think I was never meant to be beautiful. I was teased because of my teeth. I didn't like the person looking at me in the mirror.
I hope not another one goes off.
That's a lot of smoke.
That's another one I heard.
It was like a boom, boom, boom.
And I heard another.
And it almost sounded like a rolling, like garbage dumpster.
Yeah.
And then I saw that pop up.
That's definitely something else. Oh my God. I mean, are we safe here or? I can't believe how close that is. And nobody's called 911? I mean,
Oh, I'm sure the people over there are dead just now.
That definitely was
Yeah.
some kind of explosive device.
It looks like there might be some blackness on the sign.
Like a fire, maybe?
Oh wait, no, that's more like smoke just passing in front of it.
Right.
But it looks like something is continuing to burn.
on fire,
Yeah, and the smoke is getting blacker.
Listening to clear people investigate is funny as shit to me.
There's something over on the parking garage too. Was that just steam? or
That
was
is steam coming from an air handler over there. Yeah, right there. That's why this is, and it's getting blacker.
Yeah.
Now, what was going on down there? Explosives at the Trump Tower? That looks like a car. Y'all hear that? Girl, that's an attack. That sounds like war. Y'all heard that? I understand the car blew up, but did y'all hear that damn missile? Look. Bitch, I know a missile when I hear one. I know a missile when I hear one. What is going on? Girl, who's walking around the side of the damn girl? People are crazy.
The battery blew, I think.
Now they say that was fireworks. I mean, that was a cyber car. I'm sorry. Some people are saying that's fireworks. I ain't never. All right, cool. That's what we're gonna say. Something is fishy. Something is happening around here. Something is extremely fishy. And y'all, I don't know what's going on. All I know is something is going on. I don't know what this is. This could have he wasn't. Let's not push the he was American title. The reason I'm saying that is because, yes, per paperwork, he was American. But he was a terrorist, and he was with ISIS. Like, yes, on paper, he was American, but he ain't no born of the soil Negro or a clear person. You know how them clear people who been born here for 2-3 generations and they just love America and they drink the beer and say America. He wasn't one of them. Legally, yes, but this is a foreigner. That man was a foreigner. I wouldn't put American on this. I wouldn't, because anybody could come and get citizenship, but if they working for the ops, then He was in the military. We were just talking about that. They let anybody in the military. They let anybody. I don't know if y'all know that. They literally let anybody in the military. You can be from China. You could be from Russia. They let anybody in the military. People don't listen. A lot of people get in the military to gain citizenship. Do you know that? I hope y'all know this. A lot of people gain citizenship by joining the military. Hello, not him, but I'm just saying this thing. They let anybody in the military. They let anybody in the military. Literally, like y'all might think it's like crazy, but they literally let anybody in the military. You could be from the opposite country. If you want to come join the military, they will let you in. It's very iffy. We got to be careful with that. He's American. Yes, by paperwork. But by like soil, that wasn't no American. That wasn't no American. That wasn't no American. Yeah, on paper, but yeah, that we gotta be careful with that. We gotta be careful with that. Yeah, I remember we went to war with Iraq, right? Y'all remember the Iraqi war we fought? Do you know the United States military started allowing Iraqi citizens to join the military after that? Did y'all know that? Put a 1 in the chat if you know that. After we fought the Iraqi war, they started not only allowing Iraqi people to join the military, we did joint forces with them where they would come over to America and train in the American Air Force, the American Army, the American Marine Corps. Yay! Girl, that just because he was in the military don't mean nothing. They let anybody in. We went over there and popped their people, and they let them people come not only join the military, but train with the military too. Yes, gave them weapons, gave them planes, gave them everything. Come on, man. Yep, we did the same thing to Germany too. Come on, man. Y'all got to catch up. Y'all be behind. Y'all be behind. Y'all be behind. Be careful about who you call American. Be careful about who you call American. Oh no, baby. Oh no. I know for a fact. Somebody said no, they just trained them. No, ma'am. They have American soldiers right now still wearing the hijab that come from Iraq. Let me go get it. Hold on. That's a lie. That's a lie. Oh no, in 2024, well, 25, they got Iraqi people in the military with the head wraps and the beards on. Hold on. Let me show you. I'm about to mess y'all head up right quick. Y'all got to catch up. y'all think, okay, hold on. How do I want to look this up? Yes, ma'am. Today, 2025. Girl, y'all late. Welcome to the party. You're late. Welcome to the party. Hold on. Welcome to the party. You're late. Welcome to the party. You're late. Girl, they've been letting them people in the military. Now, don't get me wrong. They trained a lot of their military. Yes, they did train a lot of their people in their military. But they in there too. That's the American Army right there. That's the United States Army right there. I'm just saying. Take this information and do with it as you please. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful with who we just putting the American title on. I'm just saying. They even made the uniform, switched it so that they could wear their hijabs and all of that. And these be coming off the plane. What you talking about? Girl, Egyptians, anybody coming off the plane. You want citizenship? Join the military. I hope y'all know that. If you go through the military, you can gain citizenship. Oh, yay. Look it up. They were granting citizenships to foreigners if they joined the military. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Man, watch out. Y'all welcome to the party. You're late. You're late. So just because he was in the military don't mean nothing. The same military who holler about terrorists are the same military who work with him and put him in the military. Like, I'm just saying. So this is unfortunate, you guys. I don't like my condolences go out to these families, bro. This is yeah. Thank you for the super chat, French Coco 369. I finally caught a live boo. You stay hitting them with the real news. This ain't no damn firework sound. Hell no, that wasn't no firework sound. People sound, but you know, people don't know because people ain't never heard stuff like that in real life. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You know, you could charge it to the game. They don't know. But my prayers are out to the people who are in New Orleans. My prayers are out to all of the people all over America. I really wanted everything to be safe, but y'all know how it goes. I do believe that something more sinister and more bigger than we even know is happening here. I don't think we'll ever get the 100% truth where we are, but ultimately something in the milk ain't clean. Now, with that being said, we done been on here 2.5 hours. The more I get updates, the more I will come back and share them with y'all. If y'all hear something, please send me whatever you can get and we'll discuss it. Y'all be safe and keep your head on a swivel. And this is why delineation is very important. This is why delineation is extremely important, because I'm about to tell you this right now. Hold on. If we weren't under this movement, if we were not under this delineation movement, and them folks would have put this picture out here, even with the name, people would have been saying that man is one of us. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. He ain't none of us. Matter of fact, Black Americans don't even think to do nothing like this. Okay? So this delineation movement is very, very important. Mika said delineate and then do what? Delineate, first of all, finding identity of self. First of all, finding self-identity is the first step. To making bigger changes in your life, but delineate so that number one, we won't get the blame for the F stuff that they do. Number one. And number two, we can start to search. Once we realize who we are, we can start to search the real truth about who we are, where we come from, and start making changes. It's steps. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you don't want to delineate, and maybe, are you FBA? I don't know. If you don't want to delineate, you don't have to. It's not like a thing to where everybody has to get on board. If y'all want to be one big Black America, one big Black Africa, go ahead on. But y'all got to go over there. Y'all got to go over there. The collective of us are delineating. So, y'all do what y'all do over there. We going to do what we do over here. Okay? The collective of us is delineating, because they would have said that this was a Black man and they would have just left it at that, and everybody would have been like, oh, these niggas. Oh, no. Ain't gonna do it. We on the right path. And anybody who have a problem with that, just know why. Some of us are brainwashed, though. We don't know. But anyway, with that being said, y'all, I'm about to get off here. Y'all, please like the video if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And also, make sure y'all take care of yourself. And if y'all get more updates on this stuff, please let me know. Now, I'm about to Joce y'all up out of here. I'm about to get myself ready for work tomorrow. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see y'all later. Peace out. Oh, no, not that one. Peace out.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.